Shades. We're here with an episode of Night in the Woods because it's not night; it's a rainy day. Because how dare this game lie to us? God damn it!
Enjoying this. Like, this has produced the perfect atmosphere for a talk. I'm enjoying. Like, I love rainy days. How about you?
And not really. It makes me sluggish, and I don't do anything.
For me, I'm the exact opposite. Like a rainy day where it's extremely foggy, to where it's like completely like you can't see anything beyond the void. Like that's like peak work for me. Like I'm like, yes, perfect like relaxation. It's calm.
For me, it would
I
have to
can
be a
like
clear day because the more I notice the sun go away, the more I'm like, shit. How long have I been here? The more time aware I am.
be fair, like I've never really used the sun as like a time
Well,
awareness
no,
thing, considering my
I mean, when it
schedule's
comes
never
to my
been
window, I'm not
consistent.
saying I have a sundial. I'm just saying,
No, I know.
okay, okay.
I'm just saying, like in consistency, like with like what you do on a day-to-day basis. Like I've never had consistency whether I'm up through the day or up through the night. So for me, that's never been anything for me.
Well, I just zone out
Uh,
to videos, and then I play games for like 3 hours, and I'm like, wait, and then I realize the sun's like way lower, so like it's not in the same place or it's a different color in my room, and I'm
I'm
like,
like,
what? Oh shit, how
the
long have I
sun's
been here?
odd. I guess I get that, but for me, I'm more talking about like it's just like the lack of like that. Like I've
Otherwise the weather doesn't
heard.
really boost me in any way. It only either debuffs me with rain, or it has no real effect because I don't go outside and I don't really care what kind of weather it is
Okay,
generally.
I'm the exact opposite. Like a sunny day, it won't. A sunny day will probably like somewhat make me worse, but
I'm more
like a rainy
music
day, I'm
dependent.
peak. Right. That's the thing. I often like it's the atmosphere of like rain and like things. So I'll have that usually going as I play music too. So that way it's just like extra, just extra noise and whatnot. But it's still that calming like void noise.
Yeah, but and
That's just how I've always been.
yeah, I actually I've actually stopped watching Psalm 100 because it put me up into a pick me up attitude. I was like thinking, or I wasn't thinking. I know that like optimism is like a lightning in a bottle for me. So whenever I get it,
Mm,
I have to try to like capture it. And so what I did this time is like, okay, I'm gonna stop watching Psalm 100, and then whenever I'm starting to feel slower back to my normal, I'll go back to it. As like a
okay,
refill.
it's just something to like boost your energy up.
I'm That's
Okay,
how I'm planning to use it because I know because as I've learned in recent like the last week or so, I learned that yeah, pessimism is not great, and it's probably the reason
it
why I can't
fucking
do a whole lot. Why I don't do a whole lot of shit because
right. Right, it shit don't fucking work. Like you need it's important to understand reality and to be accepting of reality in a certain way. That's like part of like how I see nihilistic point of that. And that like can stem from like a pessimistic point of view, but overall it's a different form of thought inspired by it. But overall, like actually just being pessimistic about like the world and whatnot, that's not right. You can't be pessimistic about things. You got to be realistic.
yeah,
And a lot of
I
people struggle to find that balance and that difference.
yeah, it's like one thing that I think is interesting is like how I find comfort in the fact that I don't matter in the world at large. Like I don't really
Same,
matter.
bro. You
But
finally
I
you
find
you
comfort
you
in that
get it.
because it means that it doesn't. I don't really need
That
to
is
do
that's
anything. It's the fact of
in a way it's I can
well,
see it as that, but for me it gave me the exact opposite. It's like, well, by the general nature of the universe, nothing matters. Just in general, nothing matters.
yeah,
That doesn't mean that nothing matters to you or to
no,
me.
no, no,
It's more that there is no objective truth that you have to follow about like what matters. It's about what you choose matters and what you choose to work on. For you it could be YouTube, but for me it was like I still care about this world even though it doesn't necessarily matter. I still want to pursue politics and whatnot to move like humanity forward in a progressive way that like helps everyone, even though it doesn't matter because it's just what I care about.
Well, the reason why I think it's interesting
that is exactly how I see it. And I'll get like shit on all the time. Like, you must be depressed or you must be so negative or whatnot because you are nihilistic. Because you see the universe as this thing. But I'm like, it's not depressing. It's just a statement. It's just a matter of fact that the universe doesn't fucking care. It doesn't matter. It's just that what you choose to believe in, that's what matters. It's what you choose to do,
Yeah, it's
what you
definitely
choose
a
to act
perspective
on and
thing.
believe in. It
It's
is a
definitely a
perspective thing.
perspective because, like, it's like I feel like if you were like someone who really wants to start fame or something, or if you have a really big ego, it's like the idea that you're small would be really depressing. But then if it's like if you just look at it from the area where
Thing,
it's like it doesn't
humans
matter
are
what you do.
humans are naturally born to be like somewhat self-centered in a way that they view life only from their eyes, obviously. So it creates a disconnect from like reality sometimes with your own perception of what reality is. Because a lot of people don't understand that your perception of reality and actual reality aren't always the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking about. I was like, should I go look up like recommendations? Like if you like Psalm 100, because I honestly really do need to get some more optimistic anime because
Right.
I've
Right.
absorbed way too much pessimism and I am pessimistic, so I just need to destroy it.
Nah, man. That's the thing. I don't let myself get caught up in that. I used to be pessimistic when I was younger, but I just stopped caring about being pessimistic in a way. You know, it's just not worth it. Anyways, let's probably get back
I
to the
mean,
game. Like
it's
we've
like
had enough
I don't
talk.
care about being pessimism. It's or pessimistic. It's more of a.
I, it's not
It's
that you
just a.
care. I
I've been doing it
understand.
for so long that's a
It's a
mindset.
mindset,
Yeah,
right? It's a mindset that, in a
you
way,
have to work out
feels
of a
like
little bit.
realistic. Yeah, it feels like that is the realistic thing, but it is more of a POV.
Yeah,
It
like
is like it's something you have to work on and grow with
yeah,
and whatnot. Like and you're always constantly going to be growing. So even now, like I've figured a lot out for myself. I've found like a train of thought that makes me calm and like makes me motivated for the future in my work. Like I found that, but I'm still struggle with things, and I'm still going to be growing permanently in the future. So like I always keep an open mind, and I always try to like just keep going. And you'll
yeah.
like that's the thing. People often mistake. It's like I want the answer, but there is no direct answer. You just gotta always keep going and just see for yourself. That's just life.
I just realized
And
I'm
in a way that
halfway.
makes it beautiful.
Yeah, sorry. I was gonna say I
Go
just
ahead.
realized I'm halfway through my roommates have left for like a week and or like 10 days or so, and I'm halfway through that and it's not even that noticeable. Well, actually, no, it is
And
definitely
yeah,
noticeable
to be
because
fair,
I have to the pets in the house are all getting
like
super
right
crazy
on
or
you.
hanging out with me because no one else is around
Right.
to pay attention to them. But like overall, I have not noticed the days go by.
Overall, same. Like I get like that, but for me, that's just relaxation. I don't get energized from kind of I love that kind of thing though, because like
What
I said, I don't get energized from like a show
solidarity or
or from
a
people.
loneliness, like being by
Isolate,
yourself.
just a slight solidarity or isolation of
Yeah,
sorts, just
isolation. That's the
small.
word. I knew it wasn't solidarity because solidarity is like something a little bit different.
Standing
But I couldn't
right,
think of the
it's
word.
like standing in
It,
unison,
yeah,
kind of.
solidarity is like
But
you're like for a cause or whatever, but it's like specifically
yeah,
isolation, which doesn't energize me
uh,
either. But it's one of
no,
those things where it's like a
isolation does energize me, is what I was
oh
saying.
okay.
I'm the opposite of you in that sense because people and shows don't energize me like they do you. But for me, I definitely like just time alone to be by myself or do whatever, to think both life and media and just things I enjoy through and just have a second to relax. That's stuff you don't get if you're with others a lot of time, and that's the only way I can heal.
I
That's
don't
why
really.
there are times where like I'll be like just unable to record at points or just like not good through the recording is because I just haven't had a proper break where I haven't had to do shit here or like talk to someone for something, you know?
I know for myself, I find like if no one's like these past few days, I just feel like I haven't known what to do because there's nothing like it feels like there should be something like not in a way where
Well,
I'm getting a
sometimes,
nagging feeling, but it feels like
right.
I just feel
Well,
like I'm
that's the
idling
thing.
almost. Like
There
you're
is always something to do. There's always the next step, but at the same time, part of taking that next step, that's for the future. Like that's a big plan. You need a smaller plan within your big plan to make your big plan work. And some parts of your smaller plan is just gonna be to sit there and relax, to do nothing and enjoy yourself. And a
I
lot
mean
of times you will get that nagging feeling that like you need to work on something, or like you have something you could do or you need to do to make things better in some way or something. And you're right, you technically still do, but that's not for the right here and now. The right here and now is to just sit down and be
I guess
sometimes.
it's like I don't have any big plans. Like my biggest plan is
Right.
YouTube, and so I record. But but when because like I don't plan
What's
to
the
do
in
anything
between that
massive,
though?
and
Exactly. Well, let's say your YouTube is your massive like main goal. What's your smaller independent goals for each day? Like even if it's not something right down on paper or something of like huge or obligatory, it could just be sit down and relax, enjoy my time with my dogs, or just like enjoy my time that I have alone to just have my thoughts, self-reflect, or
I
whatever.
I
There's
know
multiple
for
things
me,
you
I'm
could do.
supposed. I know that I was told I've been walking my dogs the past few days, but like the last day I kind of fell off, and it was mostly because didn't notice
Got
the
lazy,
day going away.
right?
And I was ordered to go do something else at the time, but I've definitely been losing the interest in like walking every day, where it's like I don't really. It's like it's not interesting to go walking. Like
I mean, it's sometimes that's the thing. That is a major problem with today's society is apathy or the lack of which.
apathy.
Sometimes, yes, one of the most important things in life is to understand that sometimes you will just be apathetic, and that is part of life, and you sometimes have to live with that. Because if you live your entire life without like just living with a little bit of apathy, then that takes away from all the bigger moments or the smaller moments when you constantly live through them because you're going to constantly be forcing your brain to be putting through stuff. You're not giving yourself time to rest. In today's day and age, with stuff like even YouTube, like main videos, but YouTube videos, shorts, and whatnot, it creates a sense to where something always has to be happening, and it doesn't leave time for apathy.
Yeah,
Like Bo Burnham said in his song, like "Welcome to the Internet," apathy is a tragedy according to the internet because like something always has to be interesting, always has to be, or not even interesting, but something always has to be happening to be stimulating, and it leaves your brain in a constant state of just not resting.
yeah.
And sometimes it is important to be bored. Like being bored is like one of the most, it's one of the best things that can happen to you in a way, in smaller doses, like in some ways, you know? You
I
just gotta take that for what it is and relax with it. And then that way it adds to other things, like
it's like
more meaningful moments.
yeah. I watched Dr. K, and he does talk about like sitting with things, and it's like I don't mind sitting with boredom, but it's like there's nothing going on. I don't have any like inner conflicts to deal with, so it's like there's
Always
literally
about
nothing going
it's
on.
not always about inner conflict or just dealing with stuff. It's a natural state that you just have to live in with sometimes. Because even if you don't have anything going on, to have something constantly happening, like forcing like yourself on front of a short, that's something happening in front of you, is on your short, on your phone.
Yeah,
And the constantly going like that is bad for you because that is constant stimulation in a way. Like you do need to give yourself a break from stuff like that, and that's what like apathy, it's a bit important. It's important to be able not just to like deal with stuff or to like be in loss with your thoughts, but just to be apathetic and to be okay with that, and just to be it,
yeah.
not having to be like oh, to work on something I have to be apathetic. No, no, just sitting there,
I thought
nothing.
apathetic was like a thing where you don't have feelings or something.
It's a it, to be apathetic is a form of, it is a feeling of kind of nothingness, but
Is it?
it's
I thought like,
it,
is it like
it's like
apathy
nothing
that's the
happened.
not having feelings? Apathy?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Apathy is to just like. Okay, let me Google
Oh,
apathy.
you. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, you want me to go or you want to?
Okay, it is a kind of lack of feeling or emotion, but typically stemming out of boredom, not mental health. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's a lack of stimulation. That's what as I've
Yeah,
been putting it.
yeah, okay.
It's a lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern, and that is a normal thing. And people like there's a constant fight against it, especially in today's society, when it's like one of the more important parts of life that you need to acknowledge and just have to deal with and shit. It
Yeah.
it makes other things better. But and
I'm not.
anyways,
I was thinking.
again,
I'm.
back
I'm
to
definitely
this.
not as bad. Like I'm not like a shorts person. Like I purposely will
Right.
avoid like anything that's like shorts, like TikTok or any of those things. Like I definitely have Snapchat, but anytime they try to show me a video, I'm just like, nope, leave. Like I'm just like, no, I'm not going. I'm not doing these short videos. It's like I don't know what the gateway thing into it is, but I'm not gonna give it any opportunity.
I,
uh,
I
but I
mean,
definitely
I
will
do
jump.
enjoy in shorts. It's not about just removing some things from your life because you can enjoy shorts still. It's just that shorts make it easy to just like not have to deal with apathy.
Yeah,
And a lot of
yeah,
people are extremely like they don't have the self control, and it's not necessarily a moral failing. That's human.
yeah,
I
yeah,
fail for that shit, but and it's not a moral failing in any way. To enjoy yourself for a little bit of time, no, but it is a thing where people do need to learn to have apathy as well as be able to indulge in stuff as shorts or videos or games or shows or whatever.
yeah,
It's important to always know balance of everything in life, and you won't always nail it, and you won't always know what that step is to make things better, but as long as you're at least like moving forward and you're actively somewhat trying, you're doing good.
I would say, I would say, I've also watched Pilgrim Takes Off, and I would definitely recommend it. But I would say if you do want to watch it, I would say watch the movie first. I want actually, is that on Netflix? I actually don't think it is.
Thought it
Now that I think about it,
was. That's all I know it from
I
is
know Take.
Netflix. I've
Well,
never
anyway,
actually seen
I I I
Scott
watched
Pilgrim,
Take Off,
but
and I've
I
seen
know of it.
reviews of reviews of like people who've read the comics and whatnot, and it seems like the best experience is if you watch the movie but haven't seen the comics, because the comics leave you wanting more or knowing where they like, oh, this didn't come through, like pop off or come through,
This
you
didn't
know,
come in the movie. Yeah, right.
or no, no,
I
no,
can
no, it didn't
understand
come
that.
into the animation. The animation, you
Right.
know, I was gonna say in the animation. The movie, I would
Or,
say, gives you
either
like the
way,
basis, and then
I
you can
get the
work off that
idea.
basis to give you like, okay, this is who all these guys are, you know. Like it gives
Okay.
you some reference point, but it doesn't give you too much where you're like, oh, they're totally gonna do this, and then you know you feel like, oh, they betrayed me, they didn't do what I thought they would.
Thing, dude, I read One Piece. I read it weekly. I'm well aware with that like struggle of damn. I wish they did this better in the anime. I am well aware of that struggle.
Yeah, okay, it is on Netflix. Scott Pilgrim versus
Alright,
the World.
but let's get back
Although
to the
their
game. We've been
titles,
on
I
this
will say
single panel
the
for
movie poster
forever.
they have on there is kind of fucked up because it looks like the V looks like a U. Like there's no point to it. It looks all
Yeah,
curvy, so
there's
it looks
a
like
lot of dumb
Scott Pilgrim, us,
stylization
the
in
world.
medias.
Like I don't know
I
what
don't
font
actually,
they used on the U,
I
but
don't know
it
what
did
font
not,
it is,
or
but
on the
there's
V,
some
but
fonts
it
that
made it
are
look like
just
a U.
dumb.
uh,
Do you know what the Doom font is called? I
the
don't.
Doom font? No.
Okay. Because
I
that's
would
like
love it if
such
it
a
was like called
very
Metallica or
specific.
something. Like there's no
That
way
is
it
the
is,
same. I
but
think it's the same font that Metallica used for their band. I think.
that is a fucking joke. No, 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 no. Netflix, you're lying. You have to be
What?
lying. No. Big Mouth is apparently gotten an Emmy, or no, a nom. Wait, hold
A
on.
nomination for
Okay,
a award.
yeah. for 2023, and
Well,
I'm just like,
it
no,
that's the thing. It's
no.
America. It's American award shows. They don't actually mean anything. It's just big companies and
That's
whatnot
what I was
going
thinking
through and
too, because I know Crunchyroll does the same thing where they like boost their own like the series that they know they have exclusively. Sometimes, like it's like, oh,
right.
like I get the idea and
And
what they
they'll
do.
and American ones are sometimes even worse in some ways. Like Crunchyroll does it like with its own shows, but America has a problem with a lot of country or not country, but a lot of like award shows, contest shows. There it is.
Yeah,
Uh, where like they'll give awards to like what they see as like positive for them in a way, rather than
yeah,
what's actually good. Or if they don't like the creator or something, they'll even if their creation is good, they'll give the award to someone else, even though they're undeserving.
yeah.
Um, let us do the game. We've been on this panel
So
for way too
I
long.
recently watched like this this movie that actually made me
Fuck
hear me out
me.
twice. It's Leo. You know that it's this Adam Sandler movie where he's a talking lizard. Um, and
Have you
if
ever
you,
seen The Fly with fucking Jeff Goldblum? Fucking. Anyways, I always wanted to climb the water tower. Fucking controller, don't you dare die
oh,
on me.
you wanted to climb the
Oh
water
my
tower? You know,
god.
Leo wanted to climb something else
Fucking.
that I won't bring up because of spoilers, but he wanted to climb something else that is totally safe because I'm just being an ass and talking. And
Yeah, I
it's
know.
safe. It's not. Listen, Adam Sandler is not that risque. He's not gonna. He's a family friendly guy. He's not gonna do anything. I
That actually
swear.
reminds me. I saw something on Adam Sandler last night, and it was this one or not VTuber, just a YouTube storytime animator, I
Mhm.
guess. And they were talking about like how they share the wardrobe of Adam Sandler, and how Adam Sandler just dresses like a middle-aged lesbian.
Okay.
I have no idea why that, but that was just like the funniest thing to me last night. And I just saw it last night, and you talking about this reminded me of it.
I don't know if actually.
Uh,
Now that I think about it, I don't think Leo would get you. Actually, it might get you with one of them because one of them's talking about like death and whatnot. But the other one that
don't
made me
mind
tear up
that.
was because it made me made me tear up because it made me think of a really good teacher I had that really helped me recover from being bullied.
Mm,
And it was like, oh man, she was such a good teacher. Oh man.
yeah, I never had any of that shit, and I'm fucking numb to death. Like death isn't that bad of a thing.
No,
There's
no,
much
no.
worse. There's much worse things that could
And I
happen than
wasn't
death.
falling over. It was just like a tear, like a, oh yeah, I
Right.
remember that
Oh,
bit.
yeah, like watering up and then like just like
Yeah.
oh yeah, like a single tear down your face. Like I understand that. I've had things like that. I've had things like that in One Piece, like with I don't know if you remember this, but the scene where Robin's crying, like the option
When
of
she's
like
being taken
living,
away on
kind of
Eden
uh
or
Annie's lobby.
Annie's lobby.
But it's that scene where she just screams back like I want to live, like that shit. That like the idea that you're allowed to live.
Yeah.
That idea, like the idea of like having people be okay with your existence, like to be allowed to live. Like that's a much harder line for me because that like trauma and experience of just like knowing like what it's like to be like considered unworthy of life at points. Like,
Yeah.
that shit can really fucking stick with you.
Something that usually annoys me.
Something
or
outside
something
of
that
your
always,
control,
I
but
mean, it doesn't
people
like
still tell
cheer
you
me
that
up,
stuff.
but something that does always, I'm like, I kind of roll my eyes at, but at the same time I agree with is whenever in the Netflix anime Daemon, they're hunting these creatures that are called daemons, and it's basically because they don't know what they are, and they're specifically hunting this one that's like a cute doggy that has eyeballs all over it, but they're hunting it because it's really OP, like it's really broken, and they're like, okay, hold on, we cannot leave this out in the wilderness. This is gonna get someone killed, and
Killing monsters because they don't really know what they are. Wasn't that part of Attack on Titan's plot?
probably honestly, it's not that hard to do. Literally, it's just using
I
must
don't, I
kill.
don't, I don't,
You
I
know,
don't remember.
or we
I
must
don't
kill before it kills.
remember. I don't know much, but I've been spoiled on a good amount of AOT. Isn't it like a lot of the people that die and whatnot are the Titans,
I don't
and they're
remember.
just like, and the reason the
Actually, no,
Titans
it's not that
are
I don't remember.
just
I've never seen Attack on Titan, and I never got into it. Like, I remember trying to start
to
it,
be,
and then I
I
just never got hooked.
same.
I
I
was like,
tried watching it, and I was just like, this is meh.
yeah,
Already, like I can see like since I was spoiled on like where the writings go, I will watch it because I'm like, okay, this does seem like it's interesting writing, but my god, do some of these characters seem pathetic.
yeah. I
Like,
nah, I'm not a
sometimes it
writing
is the
person.
characters that
You're
are
the writing
completely
person. I'm the action person. Like, if like any actually, that's not true because if technically
I would,
Attack on Titan has some decent action, but I think I've just seen memes of it, and so I don't really care for much more. It's not like I
right.
don't know. Maybe it's
There's
just one
also
of
the
those things where
idea. I'm good at animation. Like there's also the idea of like good animation can cover up for bad like fights.
yeah.
Like that can definitely happen. And
I
bad
remember.
animation can like destroy a good fight.
Yeah, I remember when I was watching like it was like a Spring Man or something. I don't remember what the anime was called, but anyway, I remember it was like some guy was reloading his gun, and it was a really amazing reload animation, and it was funny because a few months later, I saw a thumbnail where or not a thumbnail, it was a meme where someone said, dude, these animations are insane, and it was the same guy reloading the gun,
Right,
and it was like,
right.
yeah. That looks like some
That was
Borderlands
pretty
shit.
fucking sick. Right. But then that one kid died doing that. Whatever.
I mean,
I'll
you
get
get
to
on the
it.
power lines and someone died up there.
Right. Well, they didn't die. They just became paralyzed
Oh,
to the
that's
point
true.
where they
Yeah,
couldn't
that's
speak. Probably steer clear to brittle from now.
So let's go get a thumbnail because we gotta end in like a little bit here.
This was the thumbnail, bro. We've been here this entire time on
You're
that
right.
one.
I've been holding us in a headlock.
Whee! Oh fuck! I was gonna straight up fucking.
I've been holding you in a headlock because now we're at 28.
I know you have. Thank you kindly.
I'm just glad I was able to sing praises for Psalm 100 because man, did it rejuvenate?
Honestly, that was a good conversation. I told you, sometimes it's like a rain, like slow music mix. It really just brings out the best in conversation.
Well, I actually have it down in notes that I wanted to make sure I wanted to mention on the channel because I even made a tweet about it. I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I saw
was thinking,
that.
right? I was thinking about. I was like, wait. I made a tweet on it, and I'm like, wait. What if I just tweet about everything I watch? Like, it's not like I'm gonna make daily posts anyway, and I'm not gonna like shout out the channel every time. I'll only do it for like streams. But like, I might as well just like if I just want to put something up, but I don't want to like actually interact with Twitter. Like if I want to put something up without interacting, I can just like put up like what I think of a movie or basically
Bro.
like give like the most shabbiest review ever.
The title for today's episode: fucking how long can Shadow keep Connor in the same damn place?
How long will we be in the wet, soggy rain?
How long
Okay,
can
actually, no, I
Shadow
do have a really important
keep-
question. Is water wet?
It is wet, but humans can't feel wetness.
What do you mean? No, water's not wet. What are you talking about?
Water is wet, but humans can't feel wetness.
You see, this is where we have a dialogue for the next minute, and then we have to call it there.
Nope. Inside the church we go.
By the way, we only have 30 seconds. Make that 20.
Hello, mother.
Let's hide out in the back room. Hold on, just hang out back here. Let's
We're
call.
just in the back rooms. Oh, it's locked. No, let me in. Let me in.
That
Let
really-
me in.
That really is the back room.
Controller fucking
That
died.
really is the back rooms with that
It
yellow
is.
glow.
It
Imagine
is.
you start hearing
God.
like the really like those iconic like lights
Fucking-
and the fluorescent lights, the hum
Right,
of them just
fluorescent lights and fucking all of a sudden like a demon hand
You wanna know
grabs
something funny?
under the
You
door or
wanna
some
know
shit.
the first thing that I always think of whenever I see multiple M's together is I just think of the microwave hum.
Fucking beep beep beep. That fucking that shit killed me. I don't know why. That was such like that was the worst meme because it was so dumb, but it was so frustrating that it became funny. Oh, okay. Let's
Last thing
video
is
is
Dom
that the
100
video?
definitely gave me. I'm just reading off of my thing to make sure I covered it. Just let me see the bright side, and I can't recommend it anymore. I really can't. It's really good. But
I've been
anyway,
looking at it too. Anyways, outro time.
yes. Once I pull up, here we go. Here's your end card.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them in the comment
What's the
section
deal
or the
with end
Discord.
cards anyway?
Okay, fucking shut up, Seinfeld. You're a shit comedian, and your career will end up going nowhere. Except it won't. Somehow you'll succeed for a little bit, then fail. But fuck you, man. Anyways, fuck you. Thank you all
What's
so much
the
for watching.
deal with this haggler? He can't take a hint
Make
or
sure to like,
leave.
comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comment section or in the Discord server in the link description below.
What is this guy? A
Fucking-
muffin?
fucking-
I pushed a button.
Oh wait, is it over?
No, I took down the end card and then I re-put it back up.
No. Oh, okay. You'll find links for other media down there as well. If you
This volume button? I think I need to
if
turn
you
it
like
up.
this, if you like this video and want more of this series, click on the link on the right. And if you want what YouTube suggests, click on the link on the left. Thank you
What is
and
this
goodbye.
guy? A robot?
You.
Did I make AI replication of him?
All
Oh,
right,
that's
fuck
just
you.
it. He can't be paid enough for that shit.
I'm not paid enough for this.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why would you get paid? That's a good
Bruce.
question. Anyways, we'll see you
I
next
just
time.
looked at the notebook.
Oh,
This is fucking
shit.
Bruce.